Go.
Hi, my name is Josh Reese. I'm a Master Chrysler Technician and ASE Master Certified Technician with Pro Chrysler Jeep Dodge, and I've been with Pro for 11 years now. We do a very thorough inspection under the hood, at which point I will check all of your fluid levels. I'm going to check your brake fluid level to make sure that you have an adequate amount of fluid, and to check the condition of your fluid. I'm looking for any sort of dirt, contaminants, and like I said, also making sure that the fluid level is full. I check your engine oil, also checking for condition of the fluid and level of the fluid. Your power steering fluid, again, for level and condition. And I'll check your transmission fluid for the condition of the fluid. Next, I'll check your air filter. You want to make sure that your air filter is nice and clean and allowing the proper amount of air to flow to the engine. I'm going to check your coolant level. Checking condition and level of the coolant. I'm going to check all of your belts and hoses. I'm looking for any signs of cracking or soft spots in your hoses. Also checking for any leaks at any of the hoses. I'm going to check your belt to make sure there's no cracks in your belt. And to make sure that the belt is tensioned properly. We also check your battery condition to make sure that there is no corrosion on the terminals. Next, we're going to go ahead and check the outside of your vehicle. We're going to check the condition of your glass to make sure there's no cracks, glazing, anything in the glass. I'm going to check all of your lights to make sure all of your lights are functioning. Turn signals, brake lamps, headlamps, all of which are important. If you don't have lights, chances are you're not going to be seen or be able to see. We're also going to check the condition of your tires. We're going to take a tread depth measurement at 3 different places along your tire to make sure that your tires are within a safe operating range. We also check your wiper blades to make sure that the wiper blades are cleaning your glass properly so that you have no vision obstructions while driving. So now we move to the underside of your vehicle, which I'm checking all of the steering and suspension components to make sure that there's no excessive movement in any of the components, to make sure your shocks and struts aren't leaking, your CV boots are in good condition. I'm going to check for any excessive movement, again, in the steering and suspension components. Any excessive play in your steering and suspension components can cause excessive tire wear, an unstable vehicle. I'm also checking for any sort of fluid leaks underneath of your vehicle and any underbody hoses and lines that there might be. I'm going to check the fluid levels of your differentials. Again, checking condition and level to make sure that you have a safe level of fluid. Looking for leaks on all of your engine components. I'm also going to check any U-joints or drive axles that you have on a four-wheel drive vehicle or a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Checking the exhaust for any leaks or damage to the exhaust system, which can cause you some emissions problems if you have leaks or damage. We also check your transfer case fluid level if your vehicle is so equipped. Checking all of the brake lines and fuel lines to make sure there are no leaks in any of those lines. Check your rear drive shaft to make sure there's no excessive play in the U-joints or that there's no damage to the shaft itself. At which point we move on to the rear suspension, checking for leaks at your shocks, checking for proper routing of all of the suspension linkage. I continue to check the exhaust system all the way back and still looking for leaks anywhere along the lines as well. I'll check your rear differential fluid if so equipped. Again, checking for condition and level of the fluid. I'm going to check all of your brake lines to make sure they are routed properly and that there are no leaks from the brake lines. I'm going to check your brake pad or shoe thickness depending on what your vehicle is equipped with. Low brake pads can cause you an unsafe braking condition, so we spend extra attention on the brake pads themselves. I also am going to check the condition of the rotors, looking for any scoring or scratching or signs of overheating.